Whispers of a dramatic shake-up behind the scenes of Strictly Come Dancing have been swirling once again, with reports suggesting that a large number of the show's professional dancers could be heading for the exit in what some are calling the biggest overhaul in the program's history. But when you look a little closer, the reality appears far less dramatic. While change may indeed be on the horizon as the beloved series prepares for its 2026 chapter, insiders suggest that many of the headlines exaggerate what is actually likely to happen. Reports currently claim that loads of Strictly Come Dancing pro dancers have been axed in the biggest shakeup yet for the show. But the reality is far less dramatic. At the current count, almost half of the program's 20 professional dancers are rumored to have been given their marching orders. Yet anyone familiar with how the show operates will know that such a sweeping clear-out is highly unlikely. Across various reports, 9 professionals have been repeatedly named as potential departures: Nadiya Bychkova, Neil Jones, Luba Mushtuk, Gorka Márquez, Michelle Siakas, Karen Hauer, Nancy Shu, Katya Jones and Olga Shkoryanach. The list may sound dramatic, but seasoned viewers know these rumors tend to circulate almost every year. The names simply change. Not so long ago, speculation suggested that Johannes Radebe would be leaving in 2024, yet he remained firmly in place. That same year also saw outrage when Karen Hauer was reportedly dropped amid claims of an ageism row. In the end, she stayed too. From a practical standpoint, losing that many professionals at once would create an enormous logistical problem for the series. The program simply couldn't function if nearly half the roster vanished overnight. However, that doesn't mean change isn't coming. With new presenters expected to join the show for the 2026 season, producers are reportedly considering a measured refresh of the professional lineup, the kind of gradual evolution the show has embraced many times before. As one insider explained, "There are going to be some changes this year, it feels like the right moment." But quite a lot of what's being claimed about departures is pure fantasy. If everyone who's been suggested actually left, there would hardly be any dancers left, and we still have a show to make. The more realistic scenario, insiders say, is that 4 or 5 professionals could depart as producers aim to usher in a fresh start for the 2026 series. And after more than 2 decades on air, that strategy is hardly surprising. First launched in 2004, Strictly Come Dancing has now been entertaining audiences for over 22 years. For a show with such longevity, evolution is essential. Without occasional reinvention, even the most beloved formats risk becoming stale. Recent seasons have also been overshadowed by a series of backstage controversies. Most notably, tensions between Graziano Di Prima and his celebrity partner Zara McDermott, as well as disputes involving Giovanni Pernis and actor Amanda Abbington, sparked wider conversations about behavior behind the scenes. For some observers, a refreshed lineup could represent an opportunity for the show to move forward and reset the tone. In truth, bringing in new professional dancers has always been part of the program's DNA. Over the past 2 decades, dozens of talented performers have joined, and later departed, the ballroom floor. The production team consistently keeps an eye on emerging talent, with dancers from around the world regularly expressing interest in joining the cast. Sometimes those newcomers arrive in waves. The 2022 season, for example, introduced a cluster of fresh faces including Carlos Gu, Lauren Oakley, Michelle Siakas and Vito Coppola. More recently, producers were encouraged by the success of 2 additions in 2025, Alexis War and Julian Cayón. Their impact was immediate. Last year's 2 new dancers proved an instant hit, one source revealed. When you introduce new professionals, it injects fresh energy into the entire show because they're so central to what audiences see each week. They bring different choreography styles and creative ideas, which helps the series feel new again, something that's incredibly important for a program that has been running not just for years, but decades. Alexis War partnered YouTuber George Clark and danced all the way to the final, a remarkable achievement for a first season. Meanwhile, Julian Kayon reached the semifinal alongside his EastEnders star partner Balvinder Sopal. Not a bad debut by any measure, so if your favorite professional happens to appear on the latest rumored exit list, there's no need to panic just yet. Many of those names may remain exactly where they are, and even if a few do depart, history suggests audiences won't have to wait long before discovering new dancers to fall in love with. Ultimately, decisions about who stays and who goes are heavily influenced by audience research. In other words, viewers themselves play a larger role in shaping the lineup than they might realize. Which means that if the ballroom floor does look a little different next year, we may only have ourselves to thank.